Hello, my dear students, and welcome to a new episode of our English program. In this episode, we are going to cover some new and interesting vocabularies from Unit 3, Grade 8. Do you enjoy reading stories, and why? I personally enjoy reading stories in my free time because it's a good way to spend my time. Also, I get to learn many things about life. Why are stories important to us? I think stories are important to us because we learn new things about life. We can also learn new vocabularies from reading books. My grandpa has a library at home where he keeps all kinds of books. Once I took a book that has 3 stories. I liked reading it so much. Now, let's start with the first story. This story is called The Flower Shop Boy. Mike loves flowers a lot. One day, he applied for a job at a flower shop. There is a beautiful flower shop next to his house. Behind the flower shop, there is a separate garden, and it's a beautiful garden. Separate. Separate is an adjective. Separate means not connected. Now let's use it in a sentence using this picture. My sister and I stayed at a hotel room with 2 separate beds, so they're not connected. The manager needed help, so he employed Mike at his shop. Employ. Employ is a verb. Employ means to give someone a job and pay them for it, or it means to pay someone regularly to do a job for you. Now let's use it in a sentence. My father employed a gardener to take care of our garden. At first, Mike worked hard at the flower shop. Mike worked hard and received his wages last week. Wage. Wage is a noun. Wage means money paid daily or weekly to a person for doing a certain work. The boss pays the workers' wages every week. But after a while, Mike became lazy at work. He would sleep under a tree instead of working. Instead of. Instead of is an adverb. Instead of means in place of something else. If you are thirsty, it is better to drink water instead of juice. The manager found out that Mike didn't work hard anymore. He set a trap to catch him. Trap. Trap is a noun. Trap means a trick used to fool someone. The policeman set a trap to catch the criminal. The manager installed a CCTV camera and caught Mike sleeping. Since then, Mike has become jobless. He doesn't have a job anymore. Jobless. Jobless is an adjective. Jobless means not having a job. Now let's use it in a meaningful sentence. The store closed down and left people jobless. So, what is the lesson that we have learned from this story? This story teaches us that it's important to work hard, and by working hard, we will become successful. If you become lazy at work, then you will fail your job. Let's move on to the next story, the story of Karim. Karim was a kind man. Everyone in the village loved him. Karim was poor, but he always helped people in need. One day, he passed by a bakery shop and inhaled the fresh smell of bread. Inhale. Inhale is a verb. Inhale means to breathe in. The girl went to the garden and inhaled the flowers. Note that we are using the verb in the past tense. All what Karim wanted after inhaling the bread was having a hearty meal. He would love to eat a big meal someday. Hearty. Hearty is an adjective. Hearty means large and filling. I had a hearty breakfast this morning. Karim didn't have enough money to pay for the bread. Suddenly, the baker showed up. He was very furious. Furious. Furious is an adjective. Furious means very angry. The doctor was furious because the patient didn't take his medicine. The baker was a stingy man. He didn't like to give money or bread to the poor. He doesn't like to share his money with anyone. Stingy. Stingy is an adjective. Stingy means unwilling to share or selfish. Let's take a look at the little boy in the picture. The stingy boy didn't share his food with his sister. Karim was unfairly asked to pay for smelling the bread. Unfairly. Unfairly is an adverb. Unfairly means not treating people in an equal way. The manager unfairly blamed the employee for losing the file. A crowd gathered after hearing the baker yelling at Karim. They wondered what's happening. Crowd. Crowd is a noun. Crowd means a large group of people gathered in one place. There will be a noisy crowd at the football match tonight. The villagers stopped buying from the bakery and they started to give Karim delicious food every day. People stopped buying bread from him. The baker lost his business. We can say that justice has been done. Justice. Justice is a noun. Justice means fairness in the way people are treated. Women are demanding equal rights and justice. What is the lesson learned from Karim's story? We learned that by being kind like Karim, we receive the kindness and love of other people. But by being stingy, like the baker, we will receive hatred and we will lose the respect and love of people around us. Now let's move on to the third story, Dan's dream. Since he was a kid, Dan always dreamt of becoming an astronaut and going to the moon. Dan read books about life in space. A person will never fall in space because there is no gravity. Gravity is a noun. Gravity means a force that pulls objects to the ground. The little boy kicked the ball high, but it fell back to the ground because of gravity. Dan thought if there is no gravity in space, then his body will float in the air. Float. Float is a verb. Float means to move slowly in the air. The feather floated in the air and went so far away. Dan learned that astronauts eat from packages because food will float if it is served on a plate. Package. Package is a noun. Package means a container used for storing something. We should recycle plastic packages to reduce waste and save the environment. Dan also learned that in space you must dispose of your own rubbish. Dispose of. Dispose of is a phrasal verb. It consists of two words. The first word is a verb. The second one is a preposition. Dispose of. It means to get rid of something. Dispose of. My mom disposed of her old clothes in the closet. Please note that we used the past tense of the verb. Astronauts wear casual clothes inside the space station. Casual. Casual is an adjective. Casual means not formal in style. I wear casual clothes at home because they are more comfortable. Outside the space station, astronauts wear specialized space suits. Specialized. Specialized is an adjective. Specialized means designed for a particular purpose. Let's use it in a sentence. This bicycle is specialized for children. It has 3 wheels in the back. 4 years later, Dan joined NASA and went on a spaceship to the International Space Station. So, what is the lesson that we have learned from Dan's dream story? If you have a dream, then you have to work hard to achieve it. You shouldn't be lazy if you love your dream and want to make it into a reality. Now let's move on to a quick vocabulary exercise to check out your understanding of the new vocabulary. Let's start with question 1. Osama is a man. He doesn't share his money with the poor. Jobless, stingy, furious, or casual. Great job! The right answer is stingy. Osama is a stingy man. That's why he doesn't share his money with the poor. Question 2. There is too much work at the company. We must new workers employ, drop out, inhale, or float. Excellent job. The right answer is we must employ new workers to help us at the company. Question number 3. The science teacher said that without, we would be floating in the air. Wage, justice, package, or gravity. Nice job. The right answer is gravity. You need to understand the sentence before answering. Finally, at the end of the episode, we have learned some new and interesting vocabularies. We were able to understand their meanings and use them in meaningful sentences. Thank you for watching.